Gun violence, gang banging, drug dealing.
The reason I created this whole curriculum is because I recognize that one of the common grounds that we have between the generations is hip hop. You still been writing?
I be writing, but I be trying to be, you feel me? I be trying to really stay on the subject, but I can't.
Yeah.
So it be hard.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I just be, if I don't be doing nothing, I'm over here hustling.
All youth was getting was the commercialism of hip hop. And that is not what hip hop culture is about. If I make this little quick cash, but then I'm facing 10, 20 years in the pen, that's like me putting up a rack to they $10. Because if you're teaching them it's all about making money and getting rich and being successful and leaving them very little to no means to attain that goal, you're going to get crime. So what's the plan, man? I mean, you got to have something solid to get you off that track, you know, because right now you know we're thugging. You already know the end of that road. When a kid is incarcerated, especially at a young age, he becomes institutionalized into the system where he starts to fall into this pipeline, you know, where he starts off in juvie, next thing you know he's going to camp. Over time, once he constantly get accustomed to going back and forth in this criminal lifestyle, going back and forth in these institutions, it's only a matter of time before he goes to county jail. County jail leads to prison, prison leads to, you know, the rest. Hip hop culture is about enlightening people. You know, we have fun, but we also learn.
Like, I listen to things that, you know, that I relate to. So like what rappers talk about now, like I relate to a lot of that.
A lot of the violence in the community today comes from what we hear on the radio, comes from what we see on TV and things to that nature, because these kids don't know no other way. They're not being taught another way.
When a young person is partaking in a discussion around the concept of truth, that's when things can shift. That's the incentive.
Gonna keep me aware, you know, of what's being played out there and how it's gonna affect my children.
You know, so this program, I believe, will really help us, you know, help the young children today, help the youth today, you know, and help guide them into the right direction, you know, the path of understanding, knowledge, wisdom, and things to that nature.
What I really want with this and really intend on doing is really having the youth reflect on the decisions they're making. You know, it's not something where here's this curriculum and it's a handbook that you read and you teach at the kids or something like that. It's not about teaching at them. It's about having certain principles that we highlight and allowing the youth to self-reflect and come to the understanding on their own. And we just guide them. I'm really excited that Dr. Michael Eric Dyson is a part of this project. He wrote the foreword for it, and I salute him for reaching out and helping me out in this.
Hip-hop says, as Lauryn Hill said, even after all my logic and my theory, I add a motherfucker so you ignorant niggas hear me.
I like to call him the godfather of hip-hop academia because the way he does it. And he does it again, it's so natural and authentic. And anytime you're dealing with hip-hop, one of the biggest things about hip-hop is authenticity.
Jay-Z said all my teachers couldn't reach me and my mama couldn't beat me hard enough to match the pain of my pop not seeing me so. With that disdain in my membrane, got on my pimp game, fuck the world, my defense came. Self-criticism, looking at their own culture.
It's all about self-reflection. You know, this is to open up dialogue between teachers and students, to open up dialogue between parents and their sons, open up dialogue between youth workers and their clients, you know.
Ain't that what we're supposed to do? I'm not saying I'm gonna rule the world or I'm gonna change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world, and that's our job.
I'm also happy that Risky is involved. Risky is the guy who did the last Machiavelli cover before Machiavelli died, before Tupac died. He did some of the illustrations for the book. The Live Above the Hype hip-hop life skills curriculum is built on 5 points of character development. We focus on violence prevention, community responsibility, healthy life decision-making. 4 is self-awareness / critical thinking. And 5 is integrity. The way to reach our youth is to reach them from where they are. It's to tap into what they value, it's to tap into the perspective that they have and reach them from that understanding.